And we are live. It surprises me every time. Um, we are here today with not just one author, but two. We have Ben and Karen Gibson. You will know them as B.K. Gibson if you've read their book, and if you haven't, shame on you. Um,
Is this
and
really
where you?
fair that two people collaborate on one book under one name? Because now it's like they're only doing half the work, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's grossly unfair.
Ro, I have a feeling if you and I collaborate on a book, it would be double the work for
I'm
both of us.
sure, but we're not married,
Yeah, well, that's true. We don't like each other nearly enough. Um,
which actually would make it more difficult. I think. I think some people go like you always hear people saying, "I would never be able to work with my wife in an office, right?" And then come home and be with them all day long at work and then at home. Yeah, but
It's yeah,
now
it's a different challenge.
you go to work, Ben, right?
Yes, yes, I go to work. Yes.
Thank you, EL, for keeping it real so early.
Yeah,
Um,
oh, EL talking about murder. Who would have guessed?
yeah. There we go.
but I mean, I guess this means that your wife at least has read your book, whereas mine famously has not. So there's that. Have you read your books to your kids, or have they read them themselves?
Um,
Yeah,
I
I mean, one of our short stories.
yeah. Well, it depends. So the novel we're releasing today, our 13-year-old said it's too intense, and our 11-year-old really wants to. Our 11-year-old, it's got some violence intensity, but I mean, it's fine. It's fine for him, but he wants to wait for the audiobook. But our but we have read some of the shorter stuff to them, and they enjoy that.
Okay. Let's
We
tell
read
me.
one short story we read to our 6-year-old, and he got really into it.
He was just
It had a Hydra in it, and he was like, "Did you read?"
yes, he was really concerned.
Yeah.
Nice. That's all right. I don't know if we want to entertain this or not. Um,
There
yeah,
you go.
I've read some of EL's stuff, and I totally get you should probably leave it that way, EL, just to it'll be cheaper for you in the long run. Uh, so how did you figure out how to work together writing a book? Because I mean, a lot of people, obviously, writing is a fairly solitary activity, and people kind of like it that way. And like Mike said, if he and I were to collaborate on a book, it would probably come to physical violence. So how did you discover that this was something that worked for you?
Yeah, it started out actually with me writing a book. So I began writing a book in college, and I wasn't super dedicated to it. I finished it up when my oldest was about one. It's not a good book; it will never see the light of day. But it was a practice book, and Ben was always very supportive. Like he never said that this was commercially viable, but he was always very kind and was very supportive as he read my book and said, "Hey, I can see this is good, this is good," and encouraged me there. And so the collaboration kind of started then because he started taking on more of an editorial role, and that's where that began. And then I would say the next book that we did more together. Like we started planning it out together instead of
Mhm.
just me taking my idea and executing it. And the next two books were like that, and it was still I wrote the majority, but then as like we've gone on and for the years have passed, he started writing more of what we do jointly,
Mhm.
and he's even not published, written a couple books,
As the first
mostly
draft
as the first
myself,
draft. Yeah,
but anything we do is going to have both of us because anything I write, Karen will fully do editing, and she has the right to edit literally everything and does, and it's vice versa. We murder each other's darlings all the time.
yeah, oh yeah,
Like we have no problem with that.
yeah.
See, I'm glad you said that because what I heard in that whole thing was I wrote a book and he edited it, and I didn't like him editing me because editors are always right, as Mike knows, and that's just not a dynamic of a healthy married relationship. So we decided to write together so we could edit each other.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
so
although I always love her editorial stuff.
yeah.
She always has really good stuff to
And
say.
I've never minded yours either. I really appreciate having
yeah.
someone else's input. It's extremely valuable. Like writing in your own little box, it's just hard to tell. Am I writing it good? Do I need to change this? But having some outside opinion on what you're writing just makes a huge difference. So I've always appreciated that from him and from anyone else who is obvious feedback.
Now, I assume you both like the same genres. If you're both writing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that helps a lot, probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a lot of the same influences.
Yeah. So go down that path.
Well, so it's interesting. I think Tolkien has to be our first love for a lot of things. But it's interesting. I think Karen probably read more fantasy growing up, and I read more sci-fi growing up, and then we kind of swapped as we got older, and I started getting into fantasy, and she started getting into sci-fi more.
I actually did not read a ton of fantasy. I did a lot of more of the classics, like Anthony Gables and Pride and Prejudice and Sherlock Holmes and Basties. Like I loved, like I was homeschooled, so that was what we read, and I really enjoyed it. I did do the Chronicles of Narnia, The Hobbit, and Lord of the Rings, and loved things. But yeah, your influence was a lot more. You said sci-fi.
Yeah. Early on.
Yeah.
And then we got we you talk about some of our very favorite for something that was close to us. If you're talking the Greek fantasy that we're releasing now is C.S. Lewis's Till We Have Faces. If you know that one, it's not one of his better known ones, but I think it might be his best. It's certainly his favorite.
What's it called again? I'm sorry.
Till We Have Faces. It's a beautiful. It's kind of a retelling of the story of Psyche, and it's a gorgeous book. It's one of my. It's actually interesting. It's also the C.S. Lewis book that is the most edited, and he was edited by his wife. So it's a different kind of thing, but it's kind of interesting. That kind of led to some of our Greek history talk there. But we have a lot of the same favorite writers. Tim Zahn for sci-fi has to be my number one favorite.
Oh, that definitely is mine too. Yeah.
He's amazing.
So your first thing that you wrote together under B.K. Gibson was a short story in this?
That's the first thing published officially.
Yes.
We have,
what
is it, 12 written novels now? But yeah, we're just now starting to publish.
You've written 12?
Yeah.
And you've published one?
So far.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have the one we're publishing, we have the trilogy written. And we have others kind of going out. But yeah, we always wanted to have a good backlog if we were going to do the indie thing rather than do a slow roll. We wanted to have a big backlog and to be working. And I'm really glad because, like Karen said, the very first one never sees light of day. The second one, still really like the story. I kind of reread it this winter.
50% salvageable?
Yeah, I think it needed to be rewritten by about 50%. It just improves as you go. I'm glad. But yeah, these are short stories. Mercs of Mayhem and Pope 2 are both short stories. Actually, Mercs of Mayhem has something set in the Freedom's Vow universe. We call it the 3C setting. It's about a mercenary company. In that case, it's a short story there. So Mercs of Mayhem is both sci-fi and fantasy. And it is the story of mercenaries. And it's about a Greek-style mercenary company. And then that's called In the Company of Heroes, the Company of Shepherds. And then we also have in Poe 2, that is very much a lower deck one. That's a mill sci-fi. So that's a mill sci-fi anthology, which I thought was great, is let's focus on the Pogues, the people other than grunts. Mm-hmm. It's all about, the lower deck guys. And so we have a deckhand. It stars a deckhand and a couple of very, very low rank engineering techs as they try to save the ship in the middle from a possum infestation that one of them let loose in the middle of a firefight. It's a lot of fun.
It is really fun.
It's hilarious.
That might be my favorite short story that we've written together. And that one was about 50-50% as far as who contributed. A lot
of our short stories have turned out to be close to 50-50.
Which is a little different than the novels. Mm-hmm. Novels are usually closer to like 75-25.
Depending on which one's done the first. But we edit everything we do. But we were proud of that one. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed that one.
And you have a novella that you give away for signing up for your email list or something?
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Yep. Yeah. For our newsletter giveaway, we have A Man of Pylos. It's also set in the 3C setting, which is the setting of our novel that's coming out today. It is a novelette. As an aside, I really think we should go back to. I know a lot of people don't use it, but novelette is such a good word. You know, it is 13,000 words, so it is between a short story and a novella. I think it's a perfectly usable word that we should use more often. But yeah,
So
it's a
short story, novelette, novella, novel.
yeah,
Yeah.
it makes perfect sense to me. But anyway, so it's a yeah, it's a novelette that we give away for signing up for our newsletter. It's a freebie. Really proud of this one too. We really that's another very almost exactly 50/50. We had a really good time on that one. We have a lot of fun. If we're not having fun, then I mean, I guess you could still do it for the massive amounts of fame and fortune, but that doesn't work for most. If you're not having fun, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Right.
And you said you launched this book today.
Yep,
Right.
May 19th.
Nice.
The
Is this also in the 3C universe?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
it is. So yep, and so you can see the right there, Freedom's Vow. That's the first of the Shepherd trilogy. It does tell its own complete story, but there's definitely some threads leading to the next couple books. So we're excited about that. But it's been that one's been great. It's available on Amazon. It's actually available on KU as well. If anybody has Kindle Unlimited, they're welcome to check it out that way.
Nice.
Same to us. We just want people to enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
So you're sitting on half a dozen or more books that are complete right now. Is
yeah.
Yeah.
so is the idea just to like release one every 2 or 3 months or something?
They need editing.
Mhm.
And like if we were going to go indie, that would be a whole lot of work on the formatting as well. So we probably would not be able to keep it up that fast.
Because there's also cover costs to consider,
Yes.
and we're doing there
Copy edits.
because we do have. So basically, the plan is to just start pushing them out and see what also see what people like most as we're doing it. We love writing a fantasy, and we have more fantasy back there. If people really, if Freedom's Vow, like people start really loving it. Well, everybody who's read it so far has given good things. If a lot of people start really loving it, then that's probably going to be more of a fantasy direction. But we like telling stories, so we're happy going in any direction. But yeah, we're going to release all of it, but a lot of it is, as you guys know, it's complete. Is just the story is complete. It doesn't mean that they are copy edited. It does not mean that they are cover done. It does not mean that they are formatted. So obviously we're doing a lot with a lot of other things too. So we just have that as the pipeline, but
Yeah.
that's kind of
I mean, especially if you want to continue writing as you do this, it's a lot of work to keep that up. Like, we have to kind of time manage as it is just to get done what we want to get done every day. Try to get 2,000 words in a day. That's not going to happen over the summer if the kids are around, but you don't really have a set goal. You just kind of fit in.
I do 500. I can consistently do 500 in a work day because I've gotten a lot better about my lunch break as my primary writing time. So, but I mean, that's basically we did 3.5 novels last year, and that seems to be a pretty sustainable pace for what we enjoy. Yeah, we'll see, but as long as we're still having fun with it, that's kind of where we're going.
So how do you split up the writing? I mean, if you, Ben, sit there and say, okay, I want to bang out a chapter, does Karen, do you take it and then build on that, or do you kind of go through that chapter and add your own kind of self to that chapter and build on it, or do you build from it, I guess?
I would say we start with an outline and we both discuss where we're going to go, and then usually it's one or the other writes the first draft, and then I'll literally have brackets in it that says this needs to happen here, or action scene here, or I don't know what to do, add something. And so then he will take it after I finish that first draft and add his own ideas, fill out the spaces that I left blank, that kind of thing, or vice versa.
Yeah, if I'm the one who's drafting. Yeah. What is interesting is that's it's kind of interesting because we have different registers we like telling stories in, and we've noticed that for fantasy it's going to be long blocks, and then we each do long blocks. Because Karen had, and for instance, in what we're working, Karen had an entire chapter. Like, I don't know where to go with this chapter. You do the whole chapter,
Mhm.
and I'm moved on. But then sci-fi, it's a lot more choppy
Yes.
because it has a lot more action comedy beats. I think,
Mhm.
but for that reason, for that, it tends to be a lot more choppy. It works for us because we are both big fans of outlining. We are both big outliners. I mean, you can depart from it and modify things,
And we
obviously,
do.
and we do that a lot.
Yeah.
But we're big fans of starting anything with an outline. Even short fiction, we will start with an outline.
Yeah, I know where we're going. It makes sense if it's to do the writing.
It sounds then that you're meshing your voices enough where for a reader, it's going to be like one voice. It's not going to be like reading two people's work. It's just going to be a kind of a seamless. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the hope.
And well, I mean, we've asked readers, "Hey, can you tell who wrote this part? Who wrote this part?" And they're not.
Yeah.
They're not able to tell because like I said, anything I write, Karen's going to be editing and adding her own stuff, and vice versa. So that's kind of where we go.
And we have pretty similar voices to begin with. I mean, there's definitely differences. You will use no dialogue tags at all, so massive confusion. And I use dialogue tags on every line, so we'd have to definitely edit that out to make sure that.
Yeah. As you're married,
Yeah.
you'll start finishing each other's sentences naturally and everything. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So I was told many years ago.
What's that?
I just said, I mean, since we're writing together, we're finishing each other's sentences professionally.
Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Mike.
I was told many years ago for dialogue tags, you do every third line. So like Rose said, then I talked, and then Mike said, and then Rose and me, and that way you're always the two people who are talking.
Yeah.
And if you have more than two people, then you have to do dialogue tags everywhere because otherwise nobody knows anything.
Yeah. Even in those situations, you would somehow manage to avoid it, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like have like an action, like such and such did something, and then
right. It wouldn't be he said. It'd be the dialogue with the person doing the talking, doing an action too.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that. Yeah. But that's craft style. We have fun kind of merging stuff together.
Yeah.
I think it helps.
Absolutely.
He knows the movie in his head. He knows who's talking. Everybody else should too. Yeah, I'm familiar with seeing that. So, am I the only one who hears that?
No, I hear it too.
Okay, good. Did you try to do traditional publishing at all, or did you just go straight for indie?
We tossed some stuff to Band Books. We had some stuff that we really enjoyed from them, so we made some editors right there. Given our demographics, there was not much of a point to ever try some of the big ones in a lot of the ways. So that was kind of, we never really had a big desire to go that way.
I mean, I always suspected that we would go indie, and I was like, well, I'd love to be published by time in 40. So we kind of had that as a goal in mind, and we made that. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we never had like high hopes as far as traditional publishing.
Yeah, and we're working with. So I know it's controversial what you call indie and what you call not. We're working with Celine Press right now. They are, if you know J.F. Holmes, his Fey Wars are pretty popular. He's a fairly standard small press kind of person, and they do the basic profit share 50-50 kind of thing. He's also a really good editor, and we've worked with him for a lot of. Celine he's done mostly mill sci-fi, but he liked the story and he said, there needs to be fantasy influence, and so we talked to him, and so we're headlining Celine along with one other author, a friend of ours, Samurai. He just released his 4 days ago, so that's been good. We've really had fun. We've really had fun working with them. The editorial voice there is really good too. Dev editors are important. Line editors are important. You should
Yep.
definitely hire outside for that.
Yeah.
Just because we have each other, we tend to submit things that are very, very clean as far as typos go and as far as language go. But it's always nice to have, even when you're teaming up with you, it's always nice to have an editor, bring an editor in to kind of take a look at how the flow goes. Because we talk about it so much. Obviously, there's some things you just assume without a good
Oh yeah.
without a good editorial voice. There's issues there.
I think the other thing you guys really have going for you being a husband-wife team is that you both understand exactly what you're spending the money on and why, right? And sometimes for people not in that situation, that's a little bit tougher sell. But,
Yeah,
you know,
and that's kind of thing is too. We've been in the anthologies we've been a little successful, so we've got some of that budget. We also so we have some of that, but I also everything we've spent so far has been from my game publishing. So I'm also I wear another hat. I write TTRPG adventures.
oh, right. Okay.
Um, so I've been publishing that for almost a decade. Gosh, it's a decade this year.
Yeah.
What
Um,
games?
huh?
What
Uh,
games?
so I do. So I write for adventures. So I will write for fifth edition D&D. I've written for Pathfinder, Starfinder, and then AD&D, Basic Expert. I've written Axe. I've written some Shadow Dark. I write a bunch of different. I write for a bunch of different systems because the adventure can be adapted in a lot of cases. So that's kind of been our. That's kind of been our. We don't want to. We're never going to be tossing kid budget stuff at this kind of thing. But everything I've been publishing adventures for a long time. I'm
Yeah.
not a. I publish under Cold Light Press is the name of my publishing label there, and I actually run an adventure site contest every year. So where other people come in, they design their own adventure sites. So small little dungeons you can put anywhere in the campaign world, and we judge them. I have a panel of judges, and then we release compilations of those every year too. So I've done a lot of game design, adventure design kind of stuff as well, and that's kind of thing. And people have been asked, what are creative outlets we write together? And Karen plays RPGs.
Oh yeah.
She
It's a
loves
great
playing
time.
them, but she doesn't run. She doesn't write RPGs. But then again, Karen's an incredibly talented singer-songwriter. But you don't want me to try to go anywhere near writing music or anything like that too. So
I'm
yeah.
kind of surprised given that background that you don't write like lit RPG or something.
My theory is lit RPG is for people who can't play RPGs. I've just noticed a lot of people who play RPGs who get to play RPGs regularly are like, why would I write? Why would I read lit RPG? Why would I get into that? I have the real thing. I have the game. I don't know why. It's never been something either of us have been interested in. But we play regularly. We really enjoy that. I realize that is saying, we don't like money, and we're turning down the biggest way of printing money outside of this financial fantasy. But it's just not something we're particularly interested in. I mean, we might write progression fantasy because that's
Yeah.
different. Because if it's a story,
Yeah.
we're more interested in the story and if the characters are right. But I can't see us doing all the game stats style that we do.
So do you like when you're taking trips with the kids or whatever, do you like as we do get an idea for something? I mean, then you've got someone to bounce it off right away as opposed to just talking to yourself, which is really nice.
Oh yeah.
So all the time, yeah.
Yeah. The kids, I guess your kids aren't old enough yet to start going, Jesus, you two, stop it.
No, they are. They are.
Okay.
Our daughter's a teenager,
We
so
get some
absolutely.
passive-aggressive comments.
13 going on 20.
Pay attention to me today. Just kidding.
Oh, you guys are still talking about it. Yeah, they are old enough for that sometimes. The thing is, our kids are nerds too. They actually they love reading genre. They love fiction stuff too. It's actually funny. It's our youngest who is probably most likely to start writing because he already writes. He's a little 6-year-old, but he already starts writing and illustrating stories. So
Yes.
he has a wonderful time with that. But you know, we definitely do have kids at the age of art rolling.
A lot of that.
Yeah. And as someone with a daughter who just turned 20, it doesn't get better.
Oh no.
It just, you know, it gets more obvious what it gets, you know, because they will text you their eye rolls now.
There you go.
I know you miss me. I'm away at college, but I'm going to be like this. So
No empathy.
yeah, you got that to look forward to, which is nice.
And
So-
I just want to point out real quick, I've never married, so I don't have to, justify any expense. And look at what's behind me. Ro is married. Look what's behind him.
Yeah, I'm not even in my own house right now. So
There you go.
we were talking before we went on, Ben, and you said that you worked at one time. Can I say this?
Oh yeah, until really recently. I
Okay,
was
so you
contracted
worked
with NASA.
with NASA,
Mhm.
and you were working with the Artemis project.
Yep, I was so SLS is the rocket part of the Space Launch System, and so I was a book owner for all the V&D there, so the verification of the system, of the whole system. That was interesting. That was really interesting. Really fun.
What? So working with NASA, and I'm sure you guys watch the SpaceX guys and all that. What's it like in the room when you're watching SpaceX and their rocket blows up?
Generally it's well, okay, there's another one, but it's kind of a little bit. It's like, man, I wish we had the budget to blow up test articles too. I mean, everybody has different opinions, but actually, most of those of us who are working on the space program at NASA are big fans of SpaceX, because I don't know if the SLS would have launched. I don't know if we would have had Artemis if it wasn't for the SpaceX competition. I think it's good. I think it helped provide an impetus to getting things done. I'm all for more things in space. So.
Yeah. So
Well-
where were you when they launched the Artemis? Were you in the control, or were you just nervously watching the TV? Where were you?
So I watched. So my job was definitely before the launch area.
Yeah.
So I was not manning console. If it was, I did have to do all of the analysis afterwards. So I did do all of the data accuracy analysis afterwards, and that was interesting. That was fun. But it was, fortunately, I was not one of the people sweating in the actual control room. I had some friends who were there. I had some coworkers who were there.
Oof.
So when
His
you're
job
ready,
is not nearly as cool as our kids think it is. Our 6-year-old was very disappointed to learn that he was not on top of the rocket welding things together.
Yeah, he had this mental image of me on some sort of crane, actually welding rivets. Oh well.
and you said, no, I've got this big thing of green paper that folds 100 times, and I'm looking through lines of stuff. And
Yep.
yeah, that really loses the cool factor with a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
Buy him a Lego, he'll be fine. Yeah, he'll be okay. So if you're writing like this one, if you're writing military sci-fi, your work with NASA has to help with that, because that's a pretty volatile fan base and that kind of stuff. They will be more than happy to tell you that you missed the X-35 Glockenspiel or whatever that should have been on the left side of the thing instead of the right side of the thing, and blah blah blah.
Yes. So I did do the accuracy. Karen is actually a nerd as well. Her degree is in chemistry, so she is a science nerd. Yeah.
Nice.
Mike's a chemist.
So she's a very good. She's a very good nerd. You've actually gotten more confident writing sci-fi. At first, she was like, "Is this right? Am I going to be just what you were saying? Am I going to be murdered?"
There was a lot of brackets.
I was like, but I was like, actually, just remove the brackets. No, you had it right. But she was asking when she didn't have to, because she's She's regular GPA 90. She is a smart science person too. But no, we do love the accuracy. I mean, it's never going to come behind the story,
Right.
and it's never gonna come secondary to the characters or anything like that. But and I don't think you have to. I am a big respecter of space opera. If somebody wants to write big, silly, goofy space opera, I don't. I'm all for that. That's wonderful. But for me, I have to have it. I have to have the science right, just for me, not really for belief on that.
Well, Mike, as a chemist, will actually sit there and try to, work out the chemistry of things.
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of like, good God, man, just throw a freaking MacGuffin in there and move on,
So I'll tell you for my Proxima. Oh, wait, I haven't even shown my.
I
Proxima.
know, we're 30 minutes in.
I know. So my whole thing is there's a asteroid that the aliens just like discarded and they threw it, and they just happened to throw it towards Earth, and it's going to go through the system and make all the stuff from the Kuiper and the Oort cloud just all bombard Earth for the next 100 years. And now we have this thing, AI. So I was like, okay, so here's the parameters. Here's what it is. This is how fast it's going. And it basically said, you have a 0.0002% chance of hitting something, maybe. And other than that, it will have no effect whatsoever. I'm like, well, it's going to lead to a bombardment of Earth for 100 years or so in my book. So
there you go.
I'm like, but it's not real serious science fiction. So, I have dog aliens. I can get away with it.
You're telling me there's a chance.
Yes, Lego does solve problems.
It does, yeah. And you know what? Minas Tirith will solve a lot of problems. A lot of problems. Have you seen that?
It's beautiful.
It comes out June 1st. You should look it up.
I don't. We just said we're good at budget. Lego is the way to completely ruin our budget forever.
That your next cover can wait. All right. So, Mike, do you want to jump into this now?
What, the Bald Dome?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they've written D&D modules, and I'm sure this will be okay.
Yeah. So I'm sure you're familiar.
Yeah.
I am not ready because
So Mike's going to get some stuff ready, and I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. We have this thing called the Bald Dome. And so what we'd like you to do is take a character from your book that released today. Everybody got that? This book released today. Go get it. Tell us a little bit about your character that you want to take, and we are going to take him or her through a portal into a different world. Okay? And they will have a choice between a random item or a weapon. Depending on what they choose, will determine whether they have an encounter with a normal creature or a mythological / fantasy creature. And you can kind of make up the story that happens from there. Or you can say, well, we try to do X, and then Mike will roll dice. Mike is the worst dice roller you have ever met. And we will have a camera on said die to prove it to you. But the last time you rolled a 1, a 1, and a 2, and so, like in 5 rolls, you rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Oh.
Nice.
He's awful. So why don't you start with what character you would like to take out of their home and maybe let us kill?
Yeah. So we're gonna say magically gifted people or clever cynical people. File.
Clever cynical.
File. Okay. Yes.
Who is it?
So it's going to be Phylon. He was once a citizen soldier, but his city was completely overthrown, and he was captured and sold into slavery. So he lived another decade and a half as a slave to mercenary companies and as a scribe and everything else. So he's getting a little gray. He's about 40, but he is a man of the world. He definitely knows his stuff.
It's not this dude on the cover, is it?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Is it? Okay.
Okay.
Wish I had names like that at 45. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You should try and muscle cure us. It might help you. You know.
Name is Phylon. Does he have any abilities, any kind of supernatural abilities or anything?
Nope.
No magic, nothing like that?
Nope. He's just clever and cynical, and he pays attention.
Did you say clever and cynical?
Yes, but I mean, he's also a capable fighter as well.
Okay. Capable.
I like
and
him already.
You betcha. That's our kind of guy. Okay. So what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
Blue? Okay. On your way through the portal, Phyllis gets to stop at ye old apothecary shop. And there is a bargain bin of potions, and you pick a blue fizzy potion. The person at the thing there says, "We guarantee it will work, whether you drink it or throw it at something, but we can't tell you what it does because we lost the label." So you have a potion that you know is effective, but you don't know what it does until you try it.
Those chemists, you just can't trust them.
Right. And so now we just need to know, will Phyllis take a random item or a weapon?
I haven't fought in a while.
Yeah, but I think he would probably try to get a random item in the hopes that it could give him something to work with.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay, people have not chose random item in a while, so I'm very excited to tell you that now Phylon has not one, but 2 pewter plates.
Great.
Yeah.
Those will come handy. And where is he, Mike?
Oh yeah, we should probably go there. Okay. Phylon finds himself in the Royal Treasury Vault. There are pressure plates, animated coins, or constructs. Alarms summon reinforcements over time. Don't know how he got there, but he's there. And because we want to make this really fun, you know what else is there with him? I swear to God I rolled this. A grizzly bear. So he has 2 pewter plates that'll probably be, people think that he stole from the treasury. He's there. There's a grizzly bear that is kind of unhappy. Can't find any honey.
So you're going to have to just kind of roll with this a little bit, because this is almost as random for us as it is for your character. I can only imagine an enclosed space with a grizzly bear and pressure plates will not end well for anyone. But usually when Mike gives you the description of these places, that doesn't really matter that much. But it might have to here. Do you have like, what's that?
Do grizzly bears not like a lot of noise?
Oh yeah. Okay. So the trouble is they don't like noise, just like black bears. But with black bears, noise will drive them away. Grizzly bears get irritated and try to eat your face.
See, this is why it's better to know things.
So
Okay.
Born in bear country.
How big is this space, Mike?
It is 40 feet by 60 feet.
It's nearly big enough.
Yeah, well, it's a big treasury room. But,
Okay. Not with a grizzly bear in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to say goodbye, at least my picture, so that I can start rolling. So I'm still here. And, oh, look at that. Look, just happened to show my book.
Right.
So,
Okay, so let's say that you and the bear are at the extreme opposite ends of this room. And you tell us he's at the side with the door. Okay, so you let us know what Phylon does, and keep in mind, if you ask us if something happens, we have to let Mike roll to find out.
So Phylon is the kind of person who immediately sees the situation, and he will not see this as he only has 2 plates. Now you say you've given him 2 plates and pressure plates and a bear. So he has a lot of things to work with. Those are tools. Those are tools in his toolbox. dangerous tools, but what's safe. I think he would. So he would first try to see probably the bear's disposition. He would probably try to figure out if the bear is sleepy, grumpy, guarding something. What's the goal of the bear? What is its motivation?
It's a bear. It's not guarding anything that you can figure because it's in there with you. I mean, maybe they put it in there in case someone just happened to get in there to deter it, but it looks like it's probably been fed, but not well fed.
Okay.
So not particularly angry.
No, but grumpy. No, we're moving here. I think that Phylon would be. I think that Phylon would be prone to. I think he would definitely be prone to try to move the bear away, and probably try to get the bear somehow be blamed if you could acquire what is in there.
What happens when you press on the pressure plates?
Do you want to do it and find out?
We want the bear to do it.
Yeah. So if we can determine where the pressure plates are, I'd like to. Phylon would probably try to attract the bear towards himself, if need be must, over the pressure plate.
Well, Mike, he didn't say they knew where the pressure plates were, so we're going to have to roll to see if he can figure it out.
Okay.
Phylon's a pretty smart guy, you said?
Oh yeah.
13, Mike.
19.
Oh, yeah, it's almost like they didn't try to hide him.
He's very calm.
Yeah.
So there are two that you can see. They're probably closer to the door than they are to you.
Let's see if we can draw this bear over the pressure plate. Probably, yeah. I think the bear would be a good way if we could clatter the plates together without breaking them, see if we can get them irritated and come to investigate. That'd probably be a good way to do it. Yeah.
I love that you're calling the bear towards you. I like this a lot.
That's different for us. Sure, yeah, I think that should work. The bear just goes around the pressure plate like he's done it 100 times.
So bear knows. Smart. So now, well, you said there's two though.
Yeah.
So while the bear is coming and avoiding it, that means that you kind of go around the pressure plates on the other side, right?
You do?
Yeah.
So you're trying to keep a pressure plate between you and the bear.
Between Phylon and the bear, yeah. So just
okay, so like
go side
you're here and the bear's here and it's coming towards you, goes around the pressure plate.
Mhm.
And you're okay, sure, yeah. Okay.
Which the bear, since basically what's been done is Phylon realizes the bear is since the bear is avoiding the pressure plates, this means the pressure plates again are an asset. He's using the pressure plates to defend from the bear. So yeah, he is going to see if. So that's the way to get to the door, right? To have the pressure plate kind of be guarding. Because the bear.
Yeah, you have to go past the pressure plate to get to the door.
Mm-hmm. Are they jumpable?
Oh yeah, I mean they're. I figure they're like two 3x3 kind of squares, right? I mean you can just walk around them.
Yeah.
Even I can jump those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you avoid the pressure plates easy enough.
Yep.
But the bear can also avoid them easily enough.
Right. So just sort of keeping it casual. Now we're getting towards the door. It probably is locked.
Oh yeah.
Phylon would not be in this position. He would not usually get himself into this position.
Well, he was kind of transported here.
Yeah, it happens.
Couldn't help it,
All right. Well, what's the door made of here?
Mike?
It is made of copper. Not bronze. Let's go with bronze.
Hmm.
It's a treasury after all, you know.
Yeah. No, that's great. Because bronze is brittle. Um, how do you feel about a little bear baiting?
Always. Yeah.
So it sounds to me like the way outside is to see if we can get the bear to charge and Toro, Toro, Toro kind of a thing. Um, dodge before the bear and see if we can get the bear to slam into the door. That might be. I mean, that's undoubtedly going to be a physical roll, but that is absolutely something that can be. We have to get you out.
So you're going to try to antagonize the bear to charge you
Yes.
in the hopes that you can jump out of the way
Yes.
and that the bear will run into the door like a Looney Tunes cartoon.
It has to be. It has to be timed very, very well.
Okay. All right. Sure. What the hell? This sounds like fun. So you bang your plates together. The bear says, "Oh, dinner," and starts heading towards you. I don't know what you do to make it pick up speed, but sure.
Oh, I think that's time to play plates at it.
Oh yeah.
Do what?
You got to chuck the plates at it. At least one.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
'Cause
So
we
you
want
throw
a-
the
we
plates
don't
at it.
want an annoyed bear. We want an enraged bear.
You hit the bear. Mission accomplished. And it runs at you. Now bears run pretty fast. I don't know how quick they stop. But
It's
now
exactly what they want.
you have to get out of the way of said bear.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
There is a
How big is Phylon?
Phylon's a man of medium build, but Phylon's smart. I notice I said Phylon through one plate, right?
Okay,
Right.
all right.
Yeah, which means the bear is hopefully antagonized in general, but knowing how bear psychology works, they are not the best. They are not the. I mean, they tend to get irritated, and the threat they will often focus on. So it's kind of the idea is to hold the other plate, um, and we're going to be trying to basically do the bull baiting thing, but with a plate. Hopefully we can sidestep and have the plate and matador thing.
Make it angry at the plate.
Yeah, that's the hope. We'll see if that happens.
Okay, I'll give that a 1 in 4 chance of working.
Awesome.
So, Mike, you need a 15 or better.
How about a 13?
So close. The bear does attack the plate,
Nice.
but also part of your arm.
Okay. My least favorite one.
Doesn't like bite it off or anything, but you don't come away clean, and you have to fall backwards back into the room to avoid said bear.
Right.
It will hit the door with its body, not its head. Mike, give me a roll under 17.
How about an 18?
Yeah, you do catch the corner of one of the pressure plates when you fall away from the bear.
There.
Mike, do you have a random thing of like a list of bad shit to happen?
I do not.
Okay. You hear gas release. You don't see it, but you can hear it. What do you do?
I mean, I think it's obvious, right? It's the only logical thing to do.
What?
You got to pour out. You got to take deep breaths real quick and cover up your face.
Is getting off the plate part of this message?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Now you have this. We're in. You just established this pretty small room. Try to as best you can cover the nose and hope that a person low to the ground um, who is much smaller than a bear, can withstand whatever horrific gas this is longer than a bear can.
Okay. Where do you go within the room?
What do you think?
Center.
Probably so. Yeah.
Where?
Because,
Center.
yeah, because we're going to assume that it's coming out from the sides. That's probably where I would take trap it is.
Mike, give me a 10 or better.
I will not. That's a 4.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. So you're looking up to the top of the room and you're thinking that's where the gas is coming from. So you go to the center of the room. That's fine. The bear runs past you to the other end of the room.
So it's trying to run away from the gas, it seems like. Like it's used to this.
Don't forget you have a blue fizzy potion. Just reminding you.
We won't do that. Throw it. It's either a chuck it or glug it.
Wait, I would never risk yourself.
At the bear.
At the bear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Potion at the bear. Okay, Mike, what's the potion do?
So, good news is the bear is a little slower now, but his body turns to stone. So he's a little less mobile, but he is now made of stone for the next 15 minutes.
Ooh.
okay. But he's still moving around.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's just a little slower,
Okay.
Can't do yoga now.
Yeah.
Is it still angry at Phylon?
Is he what?
He's still angry at Phylon.
Yeah. Is he still angry? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Gives him a headache when it goes undone, so.
Try the door trick again, but this time use him slowly with more stones. Yeah, you can try that.
Okay.
Although, breathing in the shirt that's going to slow us down too. But the bear is nice and stony, so if that bear piles into the door is definitely fixed. But,
You can try the same move with the bear?
Mhm.
Okay.
Now it's stone bear.
Still an angry bear. Not fast, but it was a bear, so not fast for a bear. Is still faster than you. Sure. What did we have to roll last time, Mike, for him to get out of the way?
What did you say? Was that a 1 in 4 chance?
1 in 4 chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a 15. So the bear's moving more slowly now. So 12 or better, Mike. And this is where I know Mike.
No.
Oh, wow.
5.
I thought it was an 18. So try to roll it in the middle of the thing.
Well, 19. There. Happy?
I don't want a number. I'm just saying.
Well, the center is bowed upward, so it always rolls to the side, you see.
I thought it was something else. Okay, 19, yeah. So bear comes up, smashes said door. Bear's happy. He's gone.
Oh yeah.
And Mike, is there anything else they have to do, or can they just escape the room?
Oh, I mean, they could try to take treasure. They could go chase the bear. They could go off the other direction,
They chase the bear.
I think actually, so Phylon would definitely be. He's not a greedy man, but so he wouldn't be trying to risk more of gas to go back in there. But he actually would.
Hold on, Ben. Mike, 10 or better.
17.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you only caught the very edge of the plate, and very little gas was released.
Okay.
You notice that it hasn't actually done anything to you. You can't smell it. Nothing.
Go back and have a few choice items.
Things that he would look for what's helpful, but he would definitely move fast.
And nothing large.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go
because
in.
You were scoffing at the thought of chasing the bear. He wouldn't be on the exact tail of the bear, but he would try to go out the same way the bear went, just for safety, because he figured that's
Yeah, it
You
would
know,
clear
a path
all the
cleared by a
people.
rampaging bear is a usually a good idea.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah. So you grab a couple of Fabergé eggs out of the thing there, and you follow the bear, and you go through a portal, and you don't have the eggs anymore, which is just a bummer. But yeah, but you have the experience, and you remember it forever. You can tell it at a bar, and people will buy you drinks.
There you go.
Very
Yes,
nice.
that'll work.
Yeah.
You got that going for you, which is nice.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. That's the whole
That's
thing.
fun.
We've had some interesting ones doing this. People swinging at monsters and Mike rolling horrible numbers, and the monster and the person just deciding to sit down and have tea instead, and getting over it. So at least he actually did what he was set out to do, which was good. And Mike didn't kill you.
Right. Thailand always does what he sets out for.
That's his character.
All right, so you can learn more about Phylon, folks, by checking out Freedom's Vow, which is brand new today.
Mm-hmm.
Paperback, hardback, ebook, audiobook, did you say?
Not audio yet. That is on the docket, but I don't have the time for you.
Right. Okay. So go read it yourself first, and then let somebody else read it to you later. And his website, their website is going along the bottom. Check that out as well. And if you're into a little military sci-fi, they have stories in Pogue 2 and Mercs and Mayhem. And for signing up for their email list, right? That's the novella, or the novelette, sorry, for the email list, A Man of Pylos. Is that, and that's in the same world as Freedom's Vow, yeah?
It is.
Is it a prologue or something? A prequel?
It's not the same characters, but it's the same world.
Yeah, it's not a prologue. It's a prologue.
It's just
All right.
more of the same things. You'll find a little bit about the magic of the shepherds, and and it's just a rollicking, fun adventure too.
Yeah.
So, who did your cover, by the way?
I need to look up his name. He runs a. If you just look on the front cover, you'll see the name of his website. He goes by the website. I don't know if he ever does. If he ever does that, but he does a lot of cover work for Serene. John knows him pretty well, and we worked really hard on the mock-ups early. So it's we did a lot of the design stuff that I love how it got enacted. I love how the colors pop through. He's a really good visual artist.
Yeah, the colors look great, and Trinity was absolutely right. That really does kind of stand out. It's nice. I can't tell if that's just the sunshine or the grass is on fire, but I'm going to assume it's the sunshine.
Sure, why not?
Or is it fire?
There's definitely fire. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
since there's a galaxy in the sky, it's probably not daylight.
Yeah, it's
that's Milky
dawn
Way.
is how I would look at it, but yeah, it is. There's a lot of war and strife as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. Well, Ben and Karen, thank you very much for hanging out with us for an hour. Appreciate it. I hope Freedom's Vow does really well, and you can get some of those other books out of your desk and out there, and you can do well enough to get the audio book out soon.
Awesome.
That would be great.
You're going to be putting this into Spiffbo next year?
I don't think so. I don't think we had not discussed the plans yet. So,
Okay.
How is Spiffbo going, Ro?
No idea. By virtue of the fact I haven't been kicked out yet, I'm still in it, but no clue.
Sounds about right.
Yep,
there you go.
absolutely. All right, so for this channel, we are back tomorrow night with random writing prompts at 7. And then we are back next week on...
I think we're on Thursday, aren't we?
June 2nd, it says.
Oh, okay. Maybe not.
Possibly Thursday, but definitely June 2nd with Arwen McCain.
We are the 21st. We have James Miser.
What?
So Thursday we're back here at 7 p.m. with James Miser.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm sorry. I've totally misread our thing. Never mind. Yep. Thursday with Jason Miser. You betcha. 21st. And then on the 26th with Matt Litton. So we will sort ourselves out. And as always, if you're still here after an hour and you haven't liked and subscribed, please do that now. And then go check out Ben and Karen's website and buy their book.
Absolutely.
Fair,
Thanks,
everybody?
guys.
It's a deal. Go do it now. Show's over.
Let's go home.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
Wave awkwardly now as we